Good afternoon, you all, and welcome back to Becoming Whole with Thomas Sett. Have y'all been keeping up with your agreement that we had? I'm just assuming that you made the agreement with me. Are we casting down those negative thoughts first thing in the morning? Are we waking up and realizing that, you know what, today is Earth School, so I got some tests to take, and I got some lessons to learn. So I'm going to take nothing, I'm not going to get no kind of offense because I realize that whatever is coming to me, it is to grow me or help me to grow somebody else. We're gonna always try to think positive. And if we think negative, we gotta remember to immediately think positive. Because when we think positive, think about it, it feels so good when we think positive. And so because in actuality, when we think about it, life is gonna always have something to challenge you to grow or to help somebody else to grow. And we gotta be okay with that. We gotta realize that let's just accept that. You know, it's gonna always be something because we are humans and we live in a fallen world. So it's gonna be always something that's gonna come to us to grow us, to mature us, to help us to be better. We're gonna be learning and growing to the day we die. And it's okay. We got to accept that. That is so peaceful when you accept it. Yes, you don't want things to happen. You don't like unexpected stuff. But guess what? Things like that is going to always happen. So that's what I want us to concentrate on. Let's make up in our minds that, you know what? I'm going to reserve and be okay to realize that life is going to always have opportunities for me to grow. They're going to always have life lessons for me to help others or for others to help me. Come on now. This is just life. And so once we understand it, once we accept it, then guess what? It's all good. And then let's make sure that we're not allowing anyone to bring us negativities. Because guess what? We control that. All we got to do is say, you know what? I'm not going to be able to receive that. And I don't mean any harm, but when you're around me, let's try to think positive because I think that you are just a wonderful person. And I know I'm a wonderful person. And I know we're not just used to this, but let's get used to doing it another way. Let's get used to doing it the best way. That's what it's all about. It's just about just changing the mindset, changing the heart set, and just doing it a different way. We've done it the wrong way for so many years, and look at how it has treated us, and look at how it's done us. So now, hey, it's time to do it another way. Let's do it another way. Let's purposely, intentionally, every single day from sun up to sundown, let's always be thinking about something positive and be thinking about, guess what? Doing something positive and speaking something positive. Always, all the time. And listen at this. Today, I was just listening at this young man. I was on YouTube today. And I was listening at this young man that he never grew up, his family was not Christians, and he didn't grow up in a home with Christians. They didn't have Bibles or anything. And he was just talking about he had went to the dark side. And he was just telling about, because he's a Christian now, and no one, basically didn't teach him about Christianity. He learned it by discovering the dark side. He said that he knew that the devil existed, but he wanted to see that God existed. That went on down the road. But in the meantime, he delved in he basically was on the dark side for a while. And so basically God led him to the Bible. He went and bought a Bible, and basically that's how he became a Christian. But he was just telling about how he was out there in Hollywood and how the sacrifice that they do different things, how they sell their souls and everything. And he was just basically saying that I wish parents be Christians, because he said those kids, they might stray away with it for a hot minute, but they're going to come back to it and come back to that solid foundation in Christ. And that is something to really, really think about. When we don't know the Lord, guess what? We can't give it to our children. And we bring so much pain not only on our kids, but even upon our own selves. And that's why it's so important that, you know what, y'all, we got to really get in a mindset that, you know what, it's time to do things different. It's a new day now. When you know better, you do better. When you learn better, you do better. It's time for us to do it the right way now. It's time for us to lead the charge. It's time for us to lead the charge. We know better. So it's time for us to make that stand. You know what? When we get around our loved ones, it's time for us to make that stand. No, we can't change them. That's not what I'm saying. But we can have a standard. And guess what? If they see us standing in our standard, guess what? And they see that, hey, their lives seem to be going good. They seem to be happy. Not saying that we don't have our challenges, because we're going to have challenges until the day we die. But the challenges don't have us. We're walking in peace. We're walking in love. We're walking in patience and kindness. We're just trying to do the word. We're just trying to lead the best life that we can lead. And that's what it's all about, y'all. I want y'all to pat yourselves on the back. Because you know what? Just say this for, you know what? I'm changing some. You know, I might not have it all together, but at least I'm changing some. That's what matters. That's what matters. It ain't how you start, it's how you end. Come on, it ain't how you start, it's how you end. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of the fact that guess what? You are here listening to me. Come on now. Come on now. I'm so proud of you. I don't know what to do. I'm so honored that God chose you to listen to me. That's a privilege and an honor that I would never take for granted. You hold me accountable just for me being able to come to you all on a day-to-day basis, because that's a standard that I have to live up to. I got to make sure, guess what? I'm in my word. I'm meditating. I'm doing the things that I need to do. I'm praying to God. I'm going to Him with a sincere open heart. I'm making sure that my heart is pure. I'm making sure that, you know, I'm casting down my negative thoughts, because I'm doing the same thing that you all are doing. We are human beings. We have to do this 365 days out of the year. Honey, every day. It don't lighten up. The devil ain't gonna lighten up. Guess what? Because we're none of his. Now, if we was one of his, he would. But since we're not one of his, it's gonna always be something to try to get us up our A game. So I just want you all just to remember that. I just want you to remember that. Keep up the faith. Be strong, be wise, be disciplined, be focused, determined every single day that you're going to fight the good fight of faith, that no matter what the situation come up against you, you're going to believe that it is sent by God to allow you to grow or to help somebody else to grow. It doesn't matter what the family members. Speak life. I don't care what the situation is. Speak life. Speak life and not death. Speak blessings and not curses. And that's what it's all about. Let's see things from a different point of view. Let us have that standard, but have that standard in love. And then let us spend that quality time every day when we're around our family members. Sit them down, like I said. Let's sit down at the table. Let's eat together. Let's let's talk about something positive every single day. Let's find out how each other's day has gone. Let's do that. Let's do different. I know it might be hard for some of us, because guess what? We've been in the habit of doing a certain way for a long time. But let's try to do something different. Let's make ourselves do something different. Because the enemy wants us to stay the same. He wants our houses to stay the same. He wants our marriages to stay the same. He wants our children to stay the same. He wants our governments to stay the same. He wants our schools to stay the same. Because guess what? Complacency, we will stay the same. That's why we have to be determined on a day-to-day basis that we are going to walk in the purposes for which God has called us. We're going to be a light in a dark world. We're going to be a blessing instead of a curse. We're going to do everything in our power to be motivated to change, to be motivated to grow, and to be motivated to be our best self, so that we can give that best self to the world. All right, y'all. I just wanted to say, keep up the good work. Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay self-controlled. Remember that we're going to always have something to learn. We're going to always be growing and maturing. And we're going to see our situations as opportunities to be a blessing to not only ourselves, but a blessing to people that God has assigned to our lives. All right, y'all. I love you. Stay strong. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. And make sure that you are the light around your kin people. Make sure you're light around your co-workers. Make sure you're the light around your children. Be that person. Leave a legacy of Christ. All right, y'all. Love you. Bye.